If you watched one of my most recent videos, you know there was some debate about a line with Astral Dragon, Necromancy, and Hashaton. So here's the clarification that I got when I talked to my friend who's an L4 judge. Here's how this line works. You can make either infinite 3/3s or get infinite enter the battlefields of any creature in your graveyard. Here's how. So you need a discard outlet, in this case we have our Ghostly Pilferer, you need Necromancy anywhere on the battlefield, and you need a way to make a token copy of Astral Dragon. The most easy in this scenario is obviously using Hashaton's ability. So we're going to discard our Astral Dragon to the Ghostly Pilferer and make a copy with Hashaton. That Astral Dragon is going to enter the battlefield, and with its enter the battlefield, attempt to make 2 dragon copies of Necromancy. Those dragon copies are going to enter the battlefield, and we're going to start with the infinite 3/3 line. Those copies of Necromancy are going to have 2 enter the battlefield abilities, which are going to attempt to transform them from enchantments to auras, enchanting the Astral Dragon. So you have both of those enter the battlefield, target the Astral Dragon in your graveyard. Now the first one will resolve, Astral Dragon will come back in, but the state-based actions will check, and as the creature attempts to transform into an aura, that doesn't work. So it will die, and therefore Astral Dragon will go back to the graveyard. However, there's a second Necromancy Dragon, which was also targeting Astral Dragon. It is an ability with a single target. Because that target went away, as in the Astral Dragon left the graveyard and returned, that's a different Astral Dragon in the graveyard, according to the game rules. So, because the target disappeared from that Necromancy's ability, that Necromancy's ability to transform into an aura is actually just going to fizzle. So right now what we have on the battlefield is an enchantment necromancy 3/3 dragon. But as I mentioned before, the Astral Dragon touched the battlefield, meaning it's going to have another enter the battlefield ability, and this 3/3 dragon sticks. We're going to repeat that process over and over again, having both copies of necromancy dragons attempting to reanimate Astral Dragon. One will successfully work and die to state-based actions, and the other one will fizzle, therefore just leaving a 3/3 body. Now, if you want more instant value than just infinite 3/3 dragons, what you can also do is have a creature with an enter the battlefield in the graveyard. So for example, in Hashaton, like an Orcish Bowmasters or a Tivit. Now in these scenarios, you won't be left with any 3/3 dragons, but what can happen is you can have one of your enchantment dragons come in and target Astral Dragon. The other necromancy can come in and target your creature with an enter the battlefield ability. Now what's going to happen is both will be reanimated, both will have state-based actions checked, both dragons will die, but you'll get the enter the battlefield abilities for both creatures. So for example, the easiest one is with the Bowmasters in your graveyard alongside the Astral Dragons, you can make infinite renditions of the Orcish Bowmasters enter the battlefield ability, leaving you with an infinitely powered orc and infinite amounts of damage to put on your opponent. That's actually how the Necromancy Dragon line works. If you have any comments on that line or any concerns, feel free to leave them in the comments of this video.